When it comes to selecting edge loops, we have a few methods available to us, and same goes true with edge rings. So the first option we'll look at is within our Edit Poly modifier. If we go down to Selection, down here you get to see we have our rings and loops. So if we click on Loop, it will select our loop from our selection. And if we select ring, it will create a ring from our selection. And this will work with multi-edges selected as well. So if we select our loop and then ring, you get to see we are selecting this entire series of rings going across our model. In addition to that, we have hotkeys. So we can use the Alt-L hotkey to select the loop, or Alt-R to select our rings. The next method we'll look at is using the Shift key in a reference edge. So in this case, this will be our reference edge. And if we hold Shift and left mouse, click the next edge in the sequence, it will complete that sequence. So it will go ahead and create this edge loop selection. And if we hold Shift and left click this next edge in the sequence to complete our ring, you get to see we're able to select our edge ring selection. If we're using the Edit Poly modifier, we also have access to our Graphite modeling tools. So here, if we go, let's make a selection, we can go to our Modify selection and we can go to Ring here. Or, what's nice about this, instead of going to a complete ring, we can add a selection based off of this ring filter. Same is true with our loops, so we can add to a loop or go completely straight to a loop. In addition to those options, we can also do a dotted loop or a dotted ring. So here we have a dotted ring. So here it's not selecting every single edge in the ring, it's selecting every other edge or whichever parameter I'm using within my dot gap. So if I want to select every second edge, here, if we stop here, it will select this one, skip the next two, and then select the third object. So if we go to dot ring, you get to see it selects this edge, skips two, and goes on to the next one. And the same is true with ring, or with loops. So if we do a dot loop, it does not select every edge in the loop, selects this one, skips two, and goes on to the next. So you can see we have a plethora of selection options just within the loop category and ring category, and they're all available and they're all quite useful.